Hello. Hello and welcome to Brazil ERO PSF4 off-season race round 1. So the rules are a little bit different from normal ERO in this one. We've got realistic cars and the slower drivers are in the better cars and the better drivers are in the worse cars. So I've got a little bit of a mix of F4 and F5 drivers today. Probably more F5 than F4 actually, but this is F4 off-season. Not to be confused with F5 off-season on Fridays. So I'm not really sure what to expect from a pole time perspective because I don't really know realistic cars very well. But I'm going to stick my neck out and say a 107.5 might be the pole time. But only time will tell. So looking at the drivers, I only know sort of half of them from F5. But I'd say if anyone's got slightly a bit of advantage, I'd say it's these two guys in the Ferraris, a Geodude and Nestek, who are pretty rapid, and obviously Ferrari's a decent car, obviously F121 cars, so not as good as the current real life season, but still not bad nonetheless. So we'll see how they get on. Another quick drive in Ennis. He's the first to go through. He might challenge as well if he can keep it on the road. So we'll ride on board with him for his first lap. He has come out on the mediums for his first lap, so different tactics, different drivers, as you don't want to get hold up by Black Wolf there. So it comes down to turn 3, 4, maybe 4. Obviously the famous corner for where Verstappen edged Hamilton off the track last season. That's all we can say. Let's see if we can make the apex here. Yeah, cut the corner a little bit. Probably too much, to be honest. Doesn't want to touch that curb, it'll spin him around. There's a little bit of a moment, but keeps the car on the track. Doesn't quite make this apex. Wants to be flat out through this corner, but with the medium tyres, can he make that? No, he's quite a big lift off actually. He comes into the real final corner. Doesn't quite get as tight as he could, and then it's just a clean run up to the line, and we'll see what time comes out. That's our 108.9 as Verova, Mr. Bean in the Red Bull. Gotta say, it does look weird. 108.6, so maybe the 107.5 is a little bit ambitious, but hey, you never know. So Dawes crossed the line at 108.9. Temesis 108.8, so pretty close so far, which is quite nice, as Lise, the F4 driver, pops up into P3 now, as a Geodude does go a 108.2. So I think there's time to be gained here. It's just the first banker lap, as Linus does a 109.5 in the Haas. Oh, that was close. I don't know who that was, but maybe he's trying to get a bit of a slipstream, and yeah, got right up to the back of him. It's probably a good time for the Haas, to be honest. I'm not Not sure. No idea what Villeneuve was doing. I won 14.1. Clearly had some sort of issue. As he's in the Alpha Tauri, beautiful car. Normally in the Ferrari it does look strange, but it's quite nice actually. I think he's still pushing. There's a yellow flag in sector 1 as someone tries to get out of everyone's way. So I don't think the yellows ahead will affect Villeneuve. So across the line, 109.5 again. He is on the mediums, so let's bear that in mind. He gets on the softs, he'll probably take a second out of that and get near pole position. That'll be decent. So I'm going to call this Mr. Strange, Dr. Strange, let's say. Pits in the Williams, 109.5, another F4 driver, as is Luno. In the other Williams, 109.5, very similar times. So Nestec, my bet is on Nestec for the win here today. Let's see what he can do in qualifying, as he does do purple sector 2. Let's see if he can get close to that 107.5 that I said at the start. Tries to take the tightest line possible. Straight to the line is a 107.8, so that's pretty good. Certainly comparing against his teammate, a Geodude 4/10 faster, which is pretty significant, to be honest. So I think Villeneuve's pits. So the next driver around is Tamesis, who is going slowly, so no doubt will pit as well. Don't think Nestec will continue to push. Probably will come into the pits. You can see he's low on ERS. So we'll see. These drivers now coming through for their second run. We have Tim Lees in the Alpine. 108.8. I expected better from Mr. Bean. 108.6, not great. Should be in the 107s in that Red Bull. I should Dulst, to be honest. This one's gone off. I think he's just getting out of the way. Doesn't need to because everyone's on outlaps, but perhaps he doesn't know that. So I think Nestec pits, yes he does, and he'll be doing his second run offset from the others. It's a good idea really, it keeps him out of trouble. So I think Luno is going to be the first one to go round, so we'll follow his car for a little while. Of course, Linus in the Haas, Laxa is the F4 champion by a mile. I think by far the quickest driver. There's a man named they call Yeast. Thinks he's just as quick, but isn't, to put it mildly. But yeah, Linus has dominated the entire season. Well done to him. F5 champion not with us. Wasn't invited to this because apparently it's too fast, but certainly slower than Linus. No offence, Stevie. But no, didn't get an invite for this. I'm sure he's heartbroken. His teammate though, Villeneuve, is in the race in the trusty Alpha Tauri. He knows a lot about Brazil. It's Portuguese, of course. There is a link there for those of you who don't know the link. Does wear a Senna helmet, as we can see here. Nice little Senna tribute. But yes, the last two appearances in Brazil have not been good. Did have an old man thumb injury last time, smashed into a wall twice, ended up DNFing. Time before was the season finale in season 6 F5, and he smashed the championship leader into a wall. And well, no, he didn't. Let's be kind. There was a collision. Championship leader of F5 at the time, crashed into a wall as a result of collision from Villeneuve, and then the championship was gifted to a different AlphaTauri. We're hoping to avoid incidents like that this time. I think Ajudu has left the session because he has an internet like a potato, so I will try and invite him back because I'm a nice guy. Let's see if I can find him. There he is. Invite. So he should be coming back in the session anytime now, if his internet holds up. We hope it does. I'm trying to sort out my PlayStation. Bear with me. There we go. It'll be done now. Let me see if there's anything changed now. Nestex still on pole. Mr. Bean has put in a much better time though, 107.8. Invalidate this next lap though. It's 15 seconds up on sector 2, so it's probably doing a cool down and then going again. A few people crossing the line now. There's maybe Lisa's coming around the no, Lisa pits. Mr. Bean going around again. Ennis. Yeah, not on a flyer here. Doesn't look very quick. Filippo, the F4 driver. Also in the AlphaTauri, was in F5 season 6. I've raced against him. Great to race against. Good to see him again. Nice to have him on track with us today. It's putting a good time. 108.4. Again, compared to his teammate Villeneuve in last place, 109.5. But that was on the mediums. If we have a look at the tyre detail of the best time, there we go. So a lot of improvement for Villeneuve. He can get that up close to Filippo, I guess. There's Nestex about to pit, so that's boring. And I think the next to cross the line will be... no, Villeneuve has crossed the line at 108.4, so there we go. He has got pretty close to his teammate in Filippo. Great that. Oh, look how close they are. Brilliant. So Mr. Bean's coming to cross the line again. What can he do? He's on 107.7, that puts him on provisional pole position. It's getting closer and closer to that time of the 107.5. I think everyone is probably pitting now. Villeneuve, did he improve? I couldn't tell. We'll see at the end of sector 2. No, so he'll be either pitting this lap or this will be a cool down and he'll go again. I expect he'll pit this lap and maybe come out one more time, because he did start on those mediums, of course, so he'll be able to save a set of softs for the race. And he's still out on track, going very slowly, run out of fuel. Mr. Bean also low on fuel, so he'll be pitting as well. So we're going to ride on board with Demesis on his outlap. I wish these drivers just offset their run plans a little bit, and then we'd have something to watch all the time. Qualifying is always a little bit dull to commentate on. Much prefer the action in the race. We want to see some carnage into turn 1 of the Senna S's. Down into turn 4 as well, we can see some carnage. Some overtakes into here will be nice as well. That'll be wonderful to watch for the neutrals. Probably have a few safety cars. That'll provide entertainment as well. Not sure on the weather in the race. That'll be a nice surprise for us. Bit of rain might be nice too. So. Could spice things up. I mean, the way drivers are racing with their tyres, I expect there's no rain in the race. You know, we look at Villeneuve's run plan, for example, medium soft, save a set softs for the race. You know, if it was rain all race, you wouldn't do that. You'd just burn them all up in quali, wouldn't you? But might be a little bit of rain. Who knows? As we see Demesis coming down the back straight, he is up on his time by 0.2. I think this guy's got a rough deal in the Aston Martin, to be honest. bit harsh. You know, we look at Nestec and a Geodude, and Ennis, all in decent cars. I mean, Tomesis probably in a McLaren might have been fairer. I don't know who else is in the McLaren, but obviously a few people not racing today. We only got 13 drivers. But there's only so many cars. Someone's got to be in them. He's gone purple in sector 2. So this could be a large improvement. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. Maybe Aston Martin is the car for him. So 108.5, pretty decent. Puts in P7. A good lap. Next across the line will be a Geodude. It's gone 0.6 up. So this could be challenging pole position here. He's going to just run out of battery, is he? No, he's not. He does do a 107.6, edging to the 107.5. He just got on pole position. Nestec might be the one to beat it, and obviously if Mr. Bean can find a couple of tenths, which he should be able to really, he can put it on pole position. So Mr. Bean about to start a flyer. We're going to ride on board with him and watch his lines through the centre S's. Ooh, don't want to get on that curb too much. Spin around, that looks like an invalidation. Yes, it is. So Mr. Bean doing Mr. Bean things. Of course, a Geodude also invalidated, doing Mr. Bean things. Tomesis going slowly, going back to the pits. That's probably the end of his qualifying. 2 minutes to go, probably could get in and out. I don't think he's got the tyres. So Doctor Strange, a little bit up in sector 1. He will keep pushing. I mean, the pace differential between the Williams and Williams, Haas and the front of the field is massive. He does invalidate just going into that section, which is unfortunate. So who is going to be next? Geodude's probably going to pit. I think Nestec's the one to watch. Mr. Bean's run out of fuel. What's he doing? I think he's probably getting out of people's way, but he had enough time just to drive to the pits, to be honest. Unless he's going again, trying to get some slipstream, perhaps. His tyres will be cold, but we'll see. Is he pushing? Is he going to the pits? No, he's pushing, so maybe he's trying to get a bit of slipstream. I'm not sure I'd take that tactic, because driver in front probably going to be slower than him by 2 seconds a lap if we look at the pole time here. So I think that was a mistake. Inexperience. He's going to catch up to this dude. And probably going to ruin his race as Nestec does get out of people's way. He's on the hot lap. But yeah, someone flies off the track to get out of Mr. Bean's way. Oh, he almost has a bit of a moment. Geodude does retire in the pits. Ennis pops up, a 107.6, just pips in on pole position, but how is Mr. Bean's lap? That is the question. Nestec obviously abandoned, maybe get one more in. Can he? Yes, I think he's pushing, he can get one more lap in. Mr. Bean may also get another lap as well, but I'm not sure he's got the fuel. So what's he doing? Unsure. Does anybody know? Nobody knows. It is Mr. Bean. We expect the unexpected. I think Nestec's the one to watch. Yes, well, he was. He's lost his front wing, so he's the one to watch. It's the end of his qualifying. So it looks like Ennis is on pole. Well done to him. Filippo has invalidated, so it's not going to challenge. At least 6 seconds over his time, so not going to challenge either. Black Wolf up, but he's never going to challenge pole position in a Alpine. But he's 3 tenths up, pretty decent. He could challenge for P6 maybe. So a good result really for the F5 boys. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, the top 5 at F5. Filippo of course used to be an F5, so we can count him as well. Tomesis P8, another F5 driver. I mean, it's pretty much F5 off season, isn't it? Not full F4, but clearly not the uptake in the other divisions. The F5 boys just love it. So that looks like it is the end. Well done to Ennis, pole position. A Geodude P2, Mr. Bean in P3, Nestle P4, Villeneuve in P5, with his teammate Filippo just behind him. Then we get to the rest of the grid that are just hampered by their cars. Obviously the F4 champion, who's on paper the fastest driver, is in last place because he's in the Haas. So perhaps he was a bit overconfident. Should have gone for the car up, because the Haas is tremendously slow. Yeah, tremendously slow. So confirmation of all the times. 2 seconds behind the pole time is Linus, the F4 champion. But that's not his skill. That's all the car. We are realistic cars. Let's not forget. Hence why you've got the reasonably fast cars towards the front. The only outlier there is perhaps Dulst. Some would say perhaps he should have the Red Bull. But it's just gone to Mr. Bean, and he has no teammate, which he must be quite lonely. He'd quite like someone to race alongside him, I'm sure. But he's on his own. Comes with advantages. No double stacking in the pits, and the whole team behind you. So it doesn't look like there's any chance of rain then. Looks like a pretty sunny day in Brazil. The marshals don't have their umbrellas up on the right hand side. So I think we're in for a dry race. Probably the soft mediums is the strategy to go. Don't know when they'll pit. The strategy in this race is probably to pit when there's a safety car, which is probably going to be every 4 laps or something. But hopefully not. They have a nice clean race, and yeah, nice good fights throughout. Will be great. There's no fans on the balcony this time. There's normally fans on that balcony, but not today. So they're going to go off for the formation lap. Let's see what tyre everyone's on. There's only 2 people gone for the mediums, and that is Luno and Linus. Everyone else on the soft tyres. Top 10, of course, using the tyres that they qualified on. So there's the game suggested pit stop strategy: soft, medium, or soft, hard. Like I say, think the soft medium is possible. Probably do have to stretch out those stints a little bit. Oh, so Mr. Bean again deciding to do Mr. Bean things, which is nice. You've got to keep it's traditions, isn't it? Traditions. Decides to go off the track on the formation lap, as does a Geodude. Oh, so a Geodude is the new Mr. Bean, everybody. Here he is, Potato Nut himself. Yep, this is how to drive, ladies and gentlemen. So he has slipped to the back, but of course he will regain his position before the real start of the race begins. Clearly, it's catching. Being this close to Mr. Bean. Ennis under pressure in P1. Couldn't cope with the pressure on Friday. Had a bit of a spin in the Netherlands in the F5 off-season. But he is only, I think, 2 points behind Stevie in the championship. That is disqualified for, obviously, for Rover smashed into the back of him. So Mr. Bean still doing Mr. Bean things. Even in the off-season, does need to cut out the nonsense in F1 22 if he wants to stand a chance of finishing more races. Which has been his downfall in Season 7. But we're all learning. Certainly improved throughout the season, so fair play to him. So there comes a Geodude through everybody to take his position in P2. And then we'll soon start for Brazil. Could be a good one. Apparently we're on lap 2. That's not right. So the light's coming on. And it's lights out and away we go here in Brazil F4 off-season. As it's pretty even start at the front, a little bit further back there's a little bit more action. We don't see any collisions just yet. No one spinning through the centre S's. As pretty much everyone keeps position. There is Filippo. Mr. Bean has dropped a place to Villeneuve. Villeneuve's got an absolute mega start from somewhere. As Filippo and Nestek are going side by side into the Verstappen-Hamilton corner. Nestek got the inside line. Has he? Yes. Doesn't push Filippo off the track. So Filippo going around the outside. Can he stick his nose up the inside here? It's a recipe for disaster, but he's going to do it anyway. They've not made contacts. They're very, very good drivers. And well done to Nestek for keeping that position, but has lost out to Villeneuve, who's managed to jump 2 places. Is ahead of Mr. Bean and also ahead of Nestek, and is into P3. Great start from him. Looks like an absolute launch off the thing as we see the 2 Alpines fighting further back of the 2 F4 drivers of Leash and Black Wolf. Black Wolf going right round the outside. Does he make it stick? No. Leash still ahead. Oh, he's still going around the outside as Black Wolf, so he's got the job done, it looks like, but they're still side by side, which is quite incredible. You know, for 3 or 4 corners they're side by side, and there's Luno right behind who's looking to get past the both of them. He's going to dive down the inside. Now he's backed out of it. He's bottled it on lap 1. It's probably the wise thing to do. We're going to get a great view of Black Wolf and Leash side by side again through every single corner this lap almost. This is crazy. It's formation flying for the Alpines. As the Williams is going to get a great slipstream. He could overtake both of them here. He's definitely got Black Wolf, and is he going to send it down the inside of Leash? He could. We're going to see some sort of incident here. No, we're not. The Williams has got the Alpine. The Alpine's right up the gearbox as Linus pits on lap 1. So he's obviously had an issue, front wing change in the Haas. Yeah, he's going to want to give up pretty soon, but he shouldn't do. So Villeneuve and Mr. Bean going side by side. Mr. Bean going around the outside of Villeneuve. Great move by the looks of it. Didn't see the start of it, but can Villeneuve hang around the outside? No. He's been overtaken by Nestek as well, but he's got the inside line for the next corner and should have the high ground, but he doesn't. Nestek goes right around the outside of him. Great move from Nestek. So the positions that Villeneuve almost called him Mr. Bean then, apologies, that Villeneuve made up in the first lap, he has lost, but he's used quite a lot of ERS already. Is he close enough to send it on Nestek? He looks like he's going to go around the outside. He's got a bit of a slipstream from Verova. Nestek smashed it into him, and that's ruined his corner there. He's going to lose another place to Dulst. Yeah, I think that was the fault of Nestek, really. I didn't see anything from that angle to say that was Villeneuve's fault, but it's now side by side with Demesis as Agiodu does get past Ennis. We'll miss that for the lead. Apologies. There's so much going on everywhere as yeah, Villeneuve just falls further and further back. So at the front, somehow Agiodu just got past Ennis. Don't know when it happened. Completely missed it. Ennis going wide, so he's clearly struggling. And yeah, these guys in the Ferrari are probably overpowered in the car that they're in, but it's looking like a close battle so far, so maybe not. We'll see later on. So there's lots going on the first few laps. As yeah, I mean, Linus in P13 is obviously hoping for a safety car. He's going to be in pain driving around in the Haas. He just doesn't want to get lapped. Just at least gets a 3-second penalty for exceeding track limits. So Nestek's pretty close to Verova. So someone goes really wide there. I think it might have been Villeneuve. I don't know if we're going to watch these 3 actually, because they are changing places. To Mises is getting done by Dulce there, and Villeneuve quite close behind is sitting there like a shark, ready to attack. Has he got a good exit out of this corner? Not really. Just stick behind them for now. So there's a bit of a gap forming behind. As close to the front, Mr. Bean is in P3, and obviously the quicker car. Can he get past Ennis and Geodude? As Demesis and Dulce are really going at it further back, as Dulce manages just about to keep position, does he? Yes, but yeah, Demesis doesn't do anything silly, diving down the inside or anything there. Too risky. So Mr. Bean really pushing Ennis along here, really pushing him. Of course, tyre wear might be more of an issue for the drivers in the slower cars, in the McLarens and Ferraris, and Mr. Bean might be okay later on in the race. So Mr. Bean 3/10 behind. He sticks at that gap. He's going to get DRS, but so is Ennis in front as Filippo goes past Nestek. Nestek must have had some sort of problem there, as Mr. Bean not quick enough to get past Ennis, but further in front we can probably see something if I get the right camera angle. as Ennis does try on a Geodude but doesn't make it stick. They've probably both got warnings there, and Mr. Bean is almost certainly, Nestic gets a warning as well in the same place. Mr. Bean's got a great run on him. He's not using any ERS though. He could be pressing that ERS button and getting past Ennis there, but chose not to. He wants to stay behind these guys for now, maybe watching the carnage unfold. So Tomesis and Dulce side by side through every single corner. There's a little bit of contact there. Tomesis hanging around the outside again. I don't think Dulce is close enough to send it there. He backs out, and just behind Villeneuve, just looking like he crazily wants to get past. Almost went into the back of them. There's obviously the Concertina effect. Very, very close throughout the midfield. A bit of a gap forming from Mr. Bean to Filippo, but apart from that, pretty close everywhere. As Mr. Bean is close again to Ennis, but it's very close here. He's almost certainly got the job done. This is, he's not pressing his ERS. Why is he not pressing his ERS? Yeah, here we go. So there we go. ERS straight round the outside. He only uses a little bit, just enough, use plenty. And he's up into P2 with Ennis just behind. Can Mr. Bean now make inroads into a Geodude? As it's almost 3 wide through the centre S's. As Dulce and Tomesis are going side by side, and then Lise, opportunistic, gets past Villeneuve as Villeneuve was compromised because of the battle in front. So there's going to be no moves here as they all try and get a bit of a slipstream, but Lise has got a bad exit here. He's got a dodgy one as Nestek's lost it. Nestek's lost it for the second social race in a row, and is DNF'd, and that's brought out the safety car. So Linus will be absolutely ecstatic with that one. He can catch back up to the back of the pack. Nestek clearly disappointed, lost it at a difficult corner. But won't be wanting to race in Brazil anytime soon, I'm sure, and that may well prompt him to give up his seat in the All-Star race that's happening, I think, on the 25th or something like that. But I'm sure someone will step in if he does give up his seat. There's plenty of reserves. So, will anyone pit? I think it's a bit early to pit. If you pit now, you're almost certainly in the 2-stop. So, Geodude and Mr. Bean pit. Ennis follows them in. Filippo follows them in. Dulce is going to pit as well. So is Tomesis. So is Lise. So is Villeneuve. So Villeneuve may have to double stack, as will Blackwolf potentially. Oh, it's getting very close here. So yeah, basically everyone pits. So there's no offsetting strategies, nothing. So I think Villeneuve is going to get held up. Oh no, it's almost perfect timing. Not quite ready for him, but it's almost certain that Black Wolf is getting held up here because there was a definite double stack. He may have lost out to a few people there. So Lise has actually got in front of Villeneuve in the pits, most likely because Villeneuve was held up very slightly by the double stack of Filippo in front, so that's not gone well for Villeneuve at all. So we've got some drivers that have gone on the soft tyres, so obviously wanting to use that grip up straight away and then on the mediums later, and some have gone on the mediums, maybe wanting to stretch it out for 30 laps, who knows. So Linus pits as well. I mean, he may not catch up now, actually, if he's pitted. He may not catch back up. I would have probably carried on and made sure I caught back to the back of the pack, and then maybe pitted next lap. Because if he doesn't catch this train up now in the next lap or so, he may well be in trouble. But where's the safety car? I mean, Luno is in P1 because he's just decided not to pit. Did he pit lap 1? Maybe he pitted lap 1. We'll have a look for you. Race director. So now he's just on the tyres he started on. So it shows not to pit, and he's in P1. So fair play. He's going to go long, and Geodude and Rover are going to want to get past him. But everyone's pushing, obviously, quite hard now because the safety car's like, the safety car's almost done a lap, which is very strange. It normally waits for you on the back straight, but if we look on the minimap, the safety car's just parked, and we'll see it on Linus' point of view. The safety car's parked just here. I mean, why is it parked there? It's crazy. Obviously, it's going to pick up the leader. That's actually good news for Linus, because had all the other cars, caught up to the back of the pack and are with the safety car sort of now, the safety car might have gone in this lap, and Linus obviously miles behind, and Will he even catch up if they go around a whole lap? I'm not sure. He might just get there with nice warm tyres. It could work out beautifully for him, but only time will tell. As so somehow Mr. Bean has got past a Geodude, but he has gone off the track, obviously, to let him past, which is very good. He's obviously gone past him by mistake, accidentally, and then given that position back. Hopefully, there's no weird penalties going to be given out for that. We don't want to see anything like that. But it's standard Mr. Bean things, isn't it? We expect this. So looking at the mini map, I think Linus will catch up. There's almost certainly going to be some sort of crash here as people catch up to the back of the train. So we're going to watch it closely. As they are at the back of the train now and caught up. So how quick is the safety car going? Fairly quickly. And this is what I mean. I mean, if I was Linus, I'd just caught up to the back of the pack. He was so far behind. They should have just caught back up, because my understanding is if there's all the cars apart from one that's caught up to the train, then the safety car just goes. Doesn't care about the slow house right at the back. What is going on here? Luno's overtaking the safety car. It does have the green light on, which is very odd. Unsure what's happening. There's obviously some sort of glitch going on here where it told him to pass the safety car. Oh no, there's been some sort of collision at the back. So Black Wolf's gone into the back of Villeneuve. Has Black Wolf got damage? As a result, he's certainly got a penalty. So we don't like to see that. I can't see any damage, so may not have to pit. So we'll soon find out now if the safety car's in this lap. I think if Luno's kind, I mean, what's happening here? Again, Mr. Bean's gone past Alex, so he needs to let him past. So there's shenanigans behind the safety car. So the safety car isn't in this lap, so that's very interesting. So Linus will catch up, which is great news for him. Mr. Bean needs to give that position back to a Geodude. My suggestion would be to just go off the track on the back straight onto the grass, and then it will allow Alex to get past, or wherever. Probably on the straight's the easiest way, to be honest. Just go off the track, and then he'll be able to get by. He won't be able to get by while Mr. Bean's still on the track. Yeah, off the track nicely. Then Alex will be allowed past, and then get back on the track, and there'll be no penalties. Hopefully that works out well. So Villeneuve and Black Wolf had to pit. Obviously that collision causing damage to both of them, which is awful, really. They will catch back up, I think. So it's not a problem. Clearly, not ideal. So there's obviously something weird going on with the safety cars, and forcing people to pass others. I mean, you don't have to go past them. Obviously a bit strange for Luno if he's being told to overtake the safety car and the safety car just stops. You sort of have to go past, don't you? But he's dealt with it well, and obviously then let the safety car back, and it's not really caused a real problem. And Mr. Bean dealt with it well as well when he went past and let Alex back through, which is good. So I think Villeneuve's caught up to the pack. Obviously, he's gone back onto the soft tyres. Choosing a different way, and as Black Wolf as well, so he's almost certainly going to have to stop again. He's not going to get soft 26 laps, but here we go. So Luno's going to take them away. He's got to really back them up though, because the safety car's nowhere near in the pitch yet, so he can't just go just yet. If he tries to go now, this will be absolute disaster, and everyone will smash into the back of each other. So the safety car's just peeling into the pit, so he has gone now. It should just be okay. So who's close? Ennis is really close to Mr. Bean. He's looking like he could send it down the inside if he wants. He's tried the outside line. He's gone really wide as Filippo sends it up the inside of Ennis. And goes around the outside in turn 2, turn 3, gets the job done. Ennis, can he get the switch back on him a little bit? Doesn't look like it. Is he going to send it down the inside? Oh no, he's just done enough. So great move from Filippo there, brilliant stuff. And he's up into P4 as we've got the two Alpines fighting again at the back. They do like to fight one another, it seems. So Ennis gets a 3-second penalty for exceeding track limits. As, clearly at the front here, Luno is holding up a Geodude and Mr. Bean and the whole field, to be honest. But well done for keeping these guys behind. Brilliant stuff. Makes a great race for the rest of us. to watch. But oh, Mr. Bean's going to go around the outside of Ajiru. This is fantastic. This is a great move. He's tried it. Oh no, he's gone off the track. Oh no, what a shame. So Mr. Bean's dropping down the order, but he will have the pace to get back up. As Filippo and Ennis take advantage and get straight past him there. As Ajiru is going to go around the outside of Luno fairly easily. Further back, someone's gone. I think Lise Dulf's gone as well. As I think Villeneuve's, down the inside of Linus and around the outside fairly easily. Job done, easy move. Linus using ERS, trying to get back at Villeneuve, but I don't think he's going to do it here. No chance. So Villeneuve up another position, recovering from that spin. As Mr. Bean is looking to get past Ennis, unorthodox place, but backs out of it quite wisely. But he's going to go down the inside. Oh, this is brilliant stuff. So Mr. Bean in the better car, it has to be said, and fresher soft tyres, is scything through this field, and he's got Filippo and Luno ahead. And he wants to catch back up to a Geodude, who is streaking away at the front, 2-second lead already. So Mr. Bean, desperate to get past, is trying to do it anywhere and everywhere. Certainly the man to watch at the moment. Clearly got the pace. Just needs to cut the mistakes out, and he should easily get Filippo. Filippo is using ERS Defend, so maybe not to get the job done here. It's going to be close between Filippo and Luno, I think. Is Filippo going to send it? No, he's not. Dipped a wheel on the grass. We'll have DRS for this next straight, so he might send it here instead. Mr. Bean not far enough ahead. Temesis and Temesis get a great run on Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean's got a terrible exit there. So there's going to be side by side in front. We've got a great view on the onboard of Ennis. Ennis should be licking his lips, wanting these two to smash each other off, and he can just streak by. Temesis gets past Mr. Bean brilliantly. Mr. Bean goes off the track, comes back on quite nicely, but Ennis has got past him. So another mistake from Mr. Bean. Has cost him dearly, as Strange goes past him now as well. Has Mr. Bean got damage of some sort? It may be the case. I can't see any, but he's certainly struggling, as Villeneuve and Black Wolf also get past him, as does the House of Linus and Lise and also Mr. Bean has gone right to the back, must have damage. No other explanation really. Don't know. But anyway, he's on to the back. He's probably out of the race now. He can get back in it, but a lot of work to do with the race distance gone. There's a yellow flag in sector 3 as someone has gone. Strange has spun. So Mr. Bean made up one place from a mistake. Ajiru leads the way. Filippo and Luno go side by side at turn 1. Filippo does get past. There's Luno on those old tyres, of course. So Mr. Bean pits, new front wing, so he's obviously got damage somewhere. He's hit the back of someone, and it's not gone well for him at all. He's put the hard tyres on, presumably to the end. So Linus going around the outside of Tim Lease, definitely going to get a warning for that if he overtakes here. Probably an overtake off track, to be honest, but he swerved left there. He's going to get round a little bit, is he? No, there's a bit of a contact. Mr. Bean has retired from session. Has he DNF'd? Not sure. It's DNF'd in the pit lane. Oh, I wish I watched that. We'll have to see Mr. Bean's clip of that later. But he's crashed into the pit lane and caused a safety car to come out. So he's typical. You got to laugh or you cry, wouldn't you? So yeah. I mean, before all that safety car nonsense, I think Linus and Tim. Well, having a little bit of ding-dong battle. Linus obviously going wide. Maybe he was pushed off the track a little bit, and Linus now pitting. Probably got front wing damage. Always going on to the mediums again. May as well get to the back and go on to those fresh tyres to the end. So Judo not pitting. What can I say? That's what's he doing? The safety car's there, mate. You have to wait for it and yeah. Well, you've been disqualified. Yeah, you've been disqualified. You can't complain. He's going to complain. He's going to complain. What happened? Disqualified. Well, you overtook the safety car, so you can't do that. You knew the safety car was there. It should have slowed down, and Ajiru is out of the race. So the three favourites, Ajiru, Nestek, and Mr. Bean, are out, and we saw that on board with Ajiru. It's quite funny, really. You got to laugh or you cry. And Tomisis leads the way, and Ennis just behind, and Villeneuve in P3. Great recovery after that incident with Black Wolf under the safety car previously. So Black Wolf getting past Luno in the safety car period. Yeah, it's all kicking off here, isn't it? But yeah, all fun and games so far. See what Alex is saying. He'll love that one. Mr. Bean calling for a restart. No. We are 15 laps in. We see people pitting. Things are happening. So Villeneuve stayed out, probably wise. I mean, you stay out till the next safety car, then pit on the next one. Have fresher tyres. Probably. So Ennis pits for hards. What was Ennis on then? Because I think that might have been a mistake. Because it was in P2. It's now in P9. So he pitted on the mediums on lap 8. So you probably couldn't get the mediums that far, but he's got 2 sets of mediums. I don't see why he's gone on the hard tyres. The mediums can almost certainly do 20 laps, I'd say. So he'll be slow, as will Dr. Strange. And then I think, it's looking like Filippo, it's his to lose now. Black Wolf obviously rapid as well. Linus 2 lap old mediums, quick driver, terrible car, so he's probably not going to win. Dulst P7, good car, so you might be okay. Safety car is in this lap. Villeneuve should have a bit of an advantage because 5 lap old softs, but they're not that old because a few of those laps are under the safety car, so he should be rapid, get past Tomisis pretty easily, and streak away. We'll see what happens. So Luno's left as well. He's DNF somehow in the safety car period. I think I missed that one. Maybe just have left the session. But we're going to ride on board with Villeneuve and watch, see how Tomisis goes. Tomisis has gone. He has caught everyone napping really. There's no one really that close. As Ennis gets past Strange, but can't until the finish line. So I'd say Ennis is probably okay there. He might get a penalty for overtaking under the safety car, but not sure. So further up the field, no change of position. Is Villeneuve close enough to Tomisis? No, not this time. As Linus gets past Dulst, obviously an error from Dulst there. It looks like he was very slow. So Ennis past Black Wolf now as well, quite easily. So it's a good drive from Linus. P5 in the Haas is pretty decent. Kind of keep the Mercedes behind is another question, but certainly do his best. Further up at the front, Filippo closing in on Lease with the 9 lap old softs. Is he going to send it down the inside there? No. Waits for a better opportunity, perhaps wise. So Villeneuve easily past Tomisis here. Pressure tyres, got the job done, and Lease also getting past, battling with Filippo, I should say. As Filippo's going to get a great run here, probably down the inside into turn 4. It's got the inside line. There's nothing the Alpine can do. We've seen this before in AlphaTauri and Alpine into turn 4 in F3 this season. The AlphaTauri got smashed into the wall. And I was driving that, unfortunately, so it does it's sore. So Linus and Dulce going around the outside of Linus. Great move. Is off the track, being pushed off by Linus there a little bit. Hopefully he doesn't get a legal overtake for that, because that's a good move really. So around the outside, obviously in the quicker car. Great move nonetheless. So Villeneuve needs to break away now with those soft tyres, and certainly get in front of his teammate by a distance and get out of that 1 second barrier, which he has done already. So DRS I think is enabled next lap, or maybe this lap, don't know. So further behind we've got Linus battling with Ennis. So that was a bit of a situation, but no real problems there. So it's quite close in front, look. Dulst and Lee, so Lee's goes a little bit wide. Might have got a warning for that one. As he goes through. So Filippo looking like he's going to send it down the inside of Tomesis. Does so on much fresher tyres as Ennis gets past Linus. Again in the quicker car. Further ahead, Tomesis is looking to get the job done on Filippo. Can he go around the outside? Very close to one another. Sort of stuck it. Well done there, Tomesis. On the older tyres, he has fought back. It looks like he's got the inside line for this corner. Can Filippo stick it round the outside? Risky. He's decided not to send it there, which is probably wise, as Linus now gets a 3-second penalty for exceeding track limits. And there's quite a few drivers got that penalty now. Villeneuve leading. Will have to pit at some point, but you know, leading by a mile. You know, you got this pace. Just stay out for as long as you can, I guess. So Dulst, Filippo and Tomesis almost 3 wide at this corner. And out of all that, Tomesis falling back. Obviously on the older tyres, can't really defend. Ooh, that was close. Can't really defend. Oh yeah, he will have stamped on the brake pedal there. Very, very scary indeed. Villeneuve gets further away. So those softs not going off yet. 2 is the gap. It's not enough though. He does need to pit again. He's not going to, not to take this off 26 laps. I mean, he could try it just for a laugh. It's only a social after all, but I don't think he will somehow. He may have another set, so he may go soft actually. That might be an option. But here comes Dulst on Filippo. He's on a great battle. Probably cost him a lot of time and helping Villeneuve in the process actually. But Filippo is Villeneuve's teammate, so yeah, all good stuff. So Filippo not really close enough here, as Dulst now catching up to Villeneuve, so maybe Villeneuve's had a bit of an error ahead. All those softs are going off because they are now 11 laps old. So Dr. Strange and Dr. Stranger, only joking, are at the back and yeah, battling away for 8th and 9th place. Points, of course, for the Haas will be good in the 2021 cars. But obviously Linus being able to keep up to the Williams because he's on the mediums instead of the hards. And yeah, potentially a quicker driver. I've never seen Dr. Strange race before, so I can't really comment, but I think Linus is quicker than everyone in F4, so it's a safe assumption. And Linus is probably quicker than everyone in F3 actually, so about 90% of them. So Linus has got a great run on him actually here, but further ahead actually, sorry, is Ennis on Tomesis. I did miss that, I apologise. So we'll go back to Dr. Strange and Linus. And Linus does go around the outside quite easily, and these guys are going to be stuck together, I think, for the next few corners. As the gap in front we are noticing is coming down. Dulst catching up Villeneuve. Villeneuve will have to pit at some point. Probably will go onto those soft tyres that he used in qualifying. But maybe just waiting for the next safety car. You know, just go as long as you can, get the tyre advantage, and then yeah, pit for the you know, whatever tyre you choose is right. So yeah, Dulst and Filippo are battling for the lead. Really, that's the real battle. Ennis, yeah, he's on the hard tyres. Maybe that'll help him at the end. Maybe he's certainly keeping up and keeping in touch with the two ahead, so it's not all bad. But I think the mediums might have been better for him, and he would have been past these guys already, and probably up to Villeneuve. But we'll never know. You live and die by your decisions in F1. And we'll leave the penalties for a nice surprise at the end, I think. So no one close apart from Doctor Strange and Linus. Linus, yeah, can't really defend here. He's trying to a little bit. He's going to get the slipstream back on Doctor Strange, but can't do anything about that. And Ennis is looking like he's going to send it down the inside of Filippo. He is doing. They both stay on track. Very fair driving. Oh, well, Ennis doesn't stay on track there. He's gone right onto the grass, but he's kept it going, and I don't think he's got any... Oh, it looks like he may have damage here. Oh, I don't know. He's gone completely wrong here as Ennis. Oh, dear me. There's no front wing damage. I can't see any front wing damage, but maybe the tyres are completely gone. He could have a... Maybe we can see a puncture for the first time, I don't know. So, yeah, drop back there, Ennis. Either collision or some sort of mistake. I'm not sure which. Difficult to see from that camera angle. So, and his pit's obviously got damage. And obviously Villeneuve pits as well, doing that soft strategy, so he'll probably catch up. Certainly Doctor Strange, maybe Black Wolf if he really gets a move on. Yeah, he needed a safety car really at the right time to get him back in contention. But anyway, battle for the leaders between Dulst and Filippo, and Dulst is streaking away in that Mercedes, overpowered probably. I did say he should be in the Rebel though earlier, so time to eat my words. So we can see Tamesis is all over the back of Filippo, and he's going to send it down the inside. Does he get the job done? This is an awful camera angle. Come on, give me a better one. Doesn't quite get the job done, but he will have a great run into turn 4, as will Lise behind, and it could be 3 wide if we're really lucky, viewers. So Tamesis does send one down the inside of Filippo, gets the job done, and just behind Lise is all over the back of Filippo, but this is absolute suicide to make a move down here, just trying to scare him into a mistake going into this corner. As Villeneuve has got past Linus. I think Linus has had a spin. He can't lose that amount of time in that that short space. So he's obviously had a real problem as he gets another penalty. So clearly struggling in that Haas. Completely different type of driving style needed, I guess, in the Haas than an equal car online. So obviously struggling as the F4 champion. But anyway. Black Wolf looking fairly close to Lise. Don't think Filippo is close enough ahead to Tamesis. But this is the one, the two Alpines side by side again into turn 1. Who's going to come out in front this time? Oh, they almost come together there with a bit of contact, but yeah, Lise being just behind has certainly got the run. Oh, has he? No, he hasn't. Oh, and further ahead, Filippo and Tamesis side by side. Tamesis round the outside of Filippo. Oh no, it's a massive collision. That's a huge incident. Oh, how have they not DNF'd though? Oh, have they DNF'd? No, they haven't. So safety car's been deployed. Wow, that was awful. That was awful. So Filippo and was it Filippo and Tomesis? I can't remember. I don't know. Two of the cars came together, and that was absolutely dreadful. Both straight into the barrier, and they should really both be out of the race. But they're lucky that they're still in it, and they'll obviously be at the back and well, not quite at the back. Linus is at the back, but they'll be almost at the back. And yeah, that's opened the door for the likes of Villeneuve. Oh, what an opportunity for Villeneuve this is. So, Dulst pits. Will he come out ahead of Villeneuve? Because this is crucial here, because everyone's going to pit soft tyres. That's almost certain. Not many of them will have saved a set of softs for the race, or certainly have new softs, so they'll all be on used softs. So Villeneuve's going to get past quite a few drivers here. I don't think he'll get past Dulst. But we'll see. He's almost past everyone, so he's going to be really, really close to Dulst actually. So Dulst now accelerating away through the pit lane, so there's no pit lane limit, so they'll be racing on the exit. So can Villeneuve use a bit of pace here and get in front of Dulst? Not quite. This is so close. He'll be so frustrated. Oh, that was so close to be leading the race, but yeah, I mean he'll be. Oh no! Oh, I almost swore then. Oh, so Linus has got a drive-through penalty speeding on the safety car. Absolute schoolboy error from the F4 champion. You don't expect that of him. That's unfortunate, because that's obviously he would have been back in the race, and now he's completely out of it. So it's his own fault, I guess. You know, these things happen. How you're speeding in a Haas, I'm not quite sure, but he's managed it. But yeah, that was close there behind the safety car again. I mean, Dulst almost did the same thing Alex did, in just completely accelerating for no apparent reason straight past the safety car. I mean, what on earth are these guys doing here? I mean, even if it says past the safety car, let's use our brains. You're the lead car. Do lead cars normally overtake the safety car? For those who don't know, the answer is no. Lead cars stay behind the safety car, and everyone else, stays behind them. So, let's use our common sense and stay behind the safety car, as we know that the Codemasters programming is not the best, so sometimes it takes a little bit of time to change the messages, so maybe don't steam past at 400 miles an hour, or you get disqualified, or, as Dulst almost found out, smashed into the back of it, Villeneuve almost into the back of him, so they're all, going absolutely rapid up to the back of the safety car. Perhaps it's invisible today on their screens. I'm not sure. I mean, well, who knows? Anyway, there's a safety car out. There seems to be no real shenanigans going on. Linus doesn't even matter if you catch up. Not really. He's got drive-throughs to serve, so there won't be another safety car towards the end of the race, I don't think. So we shall see. Yeah, Villeneuve, sensible, staying, you see the gap staying far back, doesn't want to get too close to these, so the safe goal will probably be in this lap, I'd certainly hope so. We get a few laps of racing, and Dulst versus Villeneuve, and Dr. Strange is going to no doubt hold up the cars behind, as Linus seemingly, does exactly the same as the others and just flies by everyone, because clearly cars are invisible during safety car periods during this race. Which is obviously a new glitch that I'm not aware of, but clearly that's what's happening, because all the drivers are behaving like idiots. But that's happened, so that's F1. It keeps it entertaining for us fans. It's a shame they don't smash into the back of each other, really. It'd be quite funny, really, but I don't think they find the funny side. So, safety car is in this lap. Great news. Linus will immediately serve the drive-through if he's got any sense about him, just in case there's a safety car, a couple of laps of time, and then he can catch back up again, because we'll see. But anyway, Dulst is there. We're going to watch some Villeneuve's on board. I'm losing my voice. So Dulst has gone. Villeneuve has not been caught napping this time. Nor has Dr. Strange and Blackwolf, actually quite close behind, as there's just cars everywhere, as Blackwolf's going to send it down the inside of Dr. Strange immediately. It's worked. What is going on in the back? Someone, at least, I think, cut the corner entirely. Filippo gaining positions further back, as this is where the action is. Linus deciding not to serve his drive-through. which is interesting as Leeds goes very, very wide further ahead. So Villeneuve on older tyres, so not expected to keep up, obviously, with the Mercedes ahead. But we'll certainly be trying. He's going to be defending from the Alpine behind him, probably a similar pace car, I guess. Linus going all out in the Haas to drive past these people, but yeah, good luck. He's going to really struggle, as he's probably going to send down the inside here. Yeah, I mean, that was stupid. That was just stupid. That was one of the worst overtakes I've ever seen in my life. There's no need to do that at all. Deserves a penalty from that the game gave him, and he's going to keep it around the inside of Lees here, and probably get overtaken by everyone because the Haas is a snail. So let's see here. Whoa, Lees goes very wide. So Linus goes in the pits. Oh, they all go in the pits because presumably they got damaged. Linus obviously serving his drive-through, I expect. But anyway, further at the front where the interesting things are happening, Tomesis is very close to Dr. Strange. And yeah, he's going to do a little sort of slingshot, and he's easily past him. I don't think, yeah, Dr. Strange not even going to fire that on 15 old hards. It's, yeah, it's just not possible for him. Just not possible for him at all. So Linus obviously comes out ahead of these guys because he's had to serve a drive-through and they've had to stop. So, you know, probably a good tactic actually. You know, go through the field like a lunatic, cause everyone damage, so they have to pit, and you gain 2 positions when you get your drive-through. So, yeah, commendation to Linus for the interesting, clever tactics there. But he has gone off the track, and I don't know why. I don't know if he's got damage or something. But maybe he's letting them catch back up. Wants a little bit of a fight. Wants to keep it interesting. It is only a social race after all, so don't think there'll be instant reports afterwards. There may be, but not sure. So Dulce's the fastest lap of the race, obviously streaking away from the Alpine and the AlphaTauri in P3 and 2. But Villeneuve, you know, DRS been enabled, but he's got away from Black Wolf, so he's looking for a P2 in this race, which is great news for him. Filippo, his teammate, is he close enough to Dr. Strange? It doesn't look like it, but Dr. Strange is on very old hard tyres. So Filippo will be getting past him very, very soon, if not on this little mini straight here, which will be a great place to see an overtake. We've seen collisions here before in this race. Filippo involved, of course, doesn't want to get involved in one of them again. Yeah, stays behind. I mean, he probably could, as Dr. Strange gets to another penalty. Yeah, I was about to say, he probably could just go right around the outside of him here, because he's on the fresher tyres. So yeah, Dr. Strange gets real problems there, and Filippo doing the sensible thing and not just sending it right on the inside, round the outside, round this corner. Yeah, could happen. I've seen it before. But no, he's waiting for the straight, which is of course the sensible thing to do, and it's only the only battle on track at the moment. So I think this will probably be the last overtake we see of the race, because I can't see anything else happening unless Lees and Ennis come together further behind. So, excuse me. So there we are. Filippo easily gets past Dr. Strange, and Dr. Strange will just be happy with the P6, I guess. Assuming penalties don't go into play, maybe there's 3 seconds here, and Filippo needs to catch up with Tomesis. Who knows? We're surprised at the end as Ennis is right at the back of Linus. Obviously, Linus did slow down for them. Either felt guilty with the battles or just wants to continue to fight just for a bit of fun. So gives us something to watch. Gives us a battle, which is nice as Ennis just get past Linus. Fairly easily probably in the end. Again, this Haas is so slow, it's tough to actually fight, but he's going to try and fight back. He's got the slipstream, he's got the ERS, he's almost certainly going to send it down the inside here. Again, you know, wasn't side by side in the braking zone, in my opinion. A bit of a dive bomb, but no harm done. Everyone's still on the track. Lees has caught up a little bit, so it's kept it nice and interesting. So Tomesis on the back of Black Wolf using ERS, but he's not going to catch up because Black Wolf has more ERS. Villeneuve dropping further and further behind from Dulce. Looks like an easy win for Dulce here. A few laps to go, 3 laps to go. So here is the battle for P7. Certainly on track anyway. We've got Ennis, Linus and Lees, as Linus comes very wide, struggling with his Haas. Tough car to drive. As Ennis gets another 3-second penalty, so you know, it's certainly getting spicy towards the back as Tim Lees is going to overtake the current F4 champion. Ooh, what was that? As Linus cuts right back to try and get a slipstream, but almost prangs his wheel. Very aggressive. I didn't realise he was such an aggressive driver, really, but it's very aggressive driving the F4 champion. Unexpected, different to be honest. Temesis catching up to Black Wolf. Oh, that's an interesting camera angle. Will he get the job done here? Of course, he's got a penalty, so no doubt he'll finish behind him in the end. But you know, it's nice to see a battle on track, and he opens the DRS. He's using the last of his battery. Maybe he can just about catch up. Yeah, maybe next straight if Black Wolf has a really bad exit. This has got a decent exit, to be honest, so Temesis is going to struggle. He's catching a little bit. Black Wolf's weaving all over the place, so was certainly a warning in real ERA, but yeah, Temesis just right around the outside of Black Wolf. Good move. Black Wolf just stay with him, so this could be a battle to the end. Obviously doesn't want to throw away the podium, Black Wolf, in battling someone with a penalty, so maybe didn't defend as hard as he would normally. So it looks like Dulst has nailed on the victory. He's got you know, 1 and a bit lap to go. Villeneuve unlikely to mess up from here, but has been known to crash on his own in Brazil before, so you never know. Temesis is we know he's got at least a 3-second penalty, so he's going to finish behind Black Wolf, and Black Wolf's going to get the podium. Maybe Temesis can stay ahead of Filippo, maybe not. Who knows? But here comes Black Wolf anyway. Will he have a go just for the fans? To save a little bit of ERS. You know, it's the last lap. Use it all on this this next straight. It's what the fans want to see. Here comes Black Wolf. He's using all his ERS. Temesis is as well. He's got less. So Black Wolf not pressing the button. That's the last overtaking place, really. And maybe the line. Overtake on the line would be nice, wouldn't it? That'd be good for the fans. Black Wolf on older tyres, so unlikely, but looks like Temesis is under pressure and struggling. Well, he does have the penalty, so there's not really that much pressure, but we can pretend. Makes it a bit more interesting. It's been a very interesting race with realistic cars. Not watched one before, not really been interested. I prefer equal cars, and it's pure performance there, but yeah, quite interesting. So Dulst is going to win probably his first ERA race, if I'm not mistaken, so congratulations to him. Villeneuve, P2, solid drive for him, great debut in the beautiful Alpha Tauri, he'll be very pleased with that. Temesis crossed the line, but of course Black Wolf does get that position, and Filippo does as well after the penalty of Temesis. The next cross line will be Dr. Strange, on the old hard tyres, and of course only finishing above the rest because of the various incidents we saw after the last safety car restart between Ennis, Lees, and this man Linus. So Linus channeling his inner Mr. Bean and doing Mr. Bean things, and doesn't deserve to be watched, to be honest, when he's doing stuff like that. So we're going to focus on the leader. Well done to the Mercedes of Dulst. Fantastic drive. I think he was almost last at one stage, and I was saying he should have been the Red Bull. Probably too harshly. He's certainly got the pace and won the race by 6 seconds in the end, so well done. Villeneuve as well, like I say, great drive from the Portuguese driver. Solid from Black Wolf as well. So in the end, we've got F5, F5, F4, F4, F5, F4, 5, 4, 4. And of course, 3 of the F5 people, so it's definitely challenging Mr. Bean now, doing reversing. Oh, it's classic. So yeah, reversing on the pit straight is certainly something Mr. Bean would do. So there he goes. Is he going to cross the line? Yes, he's crossed the line. There we go, to end the race finally. This is just a 3-point turn on the pit straight again. Very much like Mr. Bean. So I enjoyed that drive of the day, Dulce. Yeah, don't disagree. Great drive. Great stuff. Kiss of the trophy. Almost throws it into the crowd. Been very happy with himself there. Champagne for everyone. Villeneuve getting involved in the background. Loves the celebration. There's Black Wolf keeping to himself. Doesn't want to get involved. So there's the final standings then. So Dust also takes the fastest lap. Ennis obviously getting pole. So if we're doing points, I don't know whether we are. Ennis gets an extra point for, well, ERO rules for the fastest lap. So Linus in the end got 22 seconds worth of penalties. Very impressive stuff. Just get 2 points though. Finishes P9, so can't complain with that one. There are the standings of the first round of the F4 off-season. That's been good fun actually. Quite an interesting race. We'll have a look at the race director just in case there's people complaining about any penalties or warnings that they got. I think Linus got probably all his penalties towards the end. Warning, yeah, 10 seconds for something. Probably reversing on the pit straight. Probably deserved a 10-second penalty, to be fair. Real life disqualification, I guess, but I don't think anyone will report him for that. But yeah, good race. Well done to the podium winners. Yeah, same time next week, Sunday, 6 p.m. I don't know what track it is, but I'm sure it'll be good fun. So yeah, see you then. Goodbye.